Okay, so a little bit of Jack White and the White Stripes for you. Now, this tune is basically comprised of the same 4 chords all the way through it, except the main difference is the difference in rhythm between the verse and the chorus, okay? So, this is what it's going to sound like. I'm going to play through one set of verse and one set of chorus. It goes like this. Chorus. Okay, so let's just take you through it. Now, in terms of chords, it's a great one to practice the chords G, C, and D. And hopefully you guys have got those just about good enough, because also we're going to need to put an F in there, and it's a quick change. Okay, but like I said, fundamentally, if you're just trying through the verse of this song, it's perfect for practicing those basic chord shapes. So let's start, and we start with the G for 2 bars. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we play the C for 2 bars. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the D for 2 bars, and then the G for a further 2 bars, and that's a verse. Okay, so make sure first of all you can do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's your first task. Can you even do that? And if the answer is no, then you need to do that for a long time before doing the rest of it. Okay, now then the rhythm pattern is like, again, it's like a country kind of sound, okay? And what I mean by that is rather than just flat out, it's all downstrokes. It's basically just 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So all downstrokes, except on the first beat and the third beat, you're doing a small strum. So you're just doing the low end. So if you're going to be really accurate, just the E string. But I would say don't try and be too accurate with this. Just low, big. Just like that, okay? So I'm basically going small, big, small, big, small, big, small, big. And that gives this impression of the snare drum. The snare drum's always on the 2nd and the 4th beat, and the bass drum's always on the 1st and the 3rd. Well, in general anyway, in your average kind of sounding drum beat. And that's what we're kind of replicating here. Bass, snare, bass, snare, bass, snare, bass, snare. So you continue that rhythm throughout all the chords. So when you're on the C, little big, little big, little big, little big. On the D, you've got a bit more work to do because you should be starting from the A or the D string. Like I said, you don't have to be too accurate with it. Just don't go. You want some kind of difference in the sound. So little big, little big, little big, little big. And see, I've got my thumb doing the work blocking off the low E string. But if you're like this, you're going to have to work a bit harder with the plectrum to ensure you don't end up going, you know, and just hitting that low E string. We don't want that. And then back to the G. So let me play through nice and slow what a verse will sound like. It will go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now when you get into the chorus, it's the same chords-ish. Okay, so it's the G for 2 bar, the C for 2 bars, the D for 2 bars. Okay, and then when you get to the G back again, we go between G and F and G very quickly. Okay, and as far as rhythm goes, it's just full-on normal downstrokes like this. It's just really aggressive by that point. Okay, and this is what it will sound like in the chorus. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 to the C. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so notice on that, when I come back to that G, I do 2 beats of G, 1, 2, 2 beats of F, 1, 2, and 2 beats of G. Okay, and I'm choosing to do this F rather than a big bar chord because this is aimed at beginners. Okay, if you're a little bit more advanced and you can do the bar chord, then by all means, go for that, or however you want to play that F chord. Okay, but for a beginner, this is how I would learn the F, and so that's the one we're going to do.